My name is Stephen Kaltenbach. I'm going to show you today how to make a slant step out of coat hanger wire and newspapers. You'll need a number of tools and some other materials. I'll go through those first. Ruler is good to keep everything in order. A couple pairs of pliers. Then we have a 5-minute gel epoxy. It's important to use the gel so it doesn't drip. And don't have to have 5-minute epoxy, but if you don't want to wait, that's a great epoxy to use. And then these are alligator clips, and they're great for holding the wire together while the glue is drying. First of all, these coat hanger wires don't twist very easily. It's hard to get them to twist, and so simply bending and unbending them, and then unbending them, straighten them out, and get them into a position that you need by bending them in the new direction, whatever it is that you need. So we can straighten 2 of these and then bend it perpendicular to the direction of the coat hanger. Okay, now it's good to check that they're pretty symmetrical before you go further. Now what we need to do is this pliers has a better wire cutter, and so I'm going to make a cut a little off center. In each one. My intention is so that because they bend differently, one could use a little more length. These are a little bit. I'm going to use both my pliers. When you have to make really tight bends, it's good to use 2 pair, and that's why we have 2 pair. Let's straighten that out a little bit. So first thing, I'll give the front little slope, and I have to decide how high the step will be. I'm going to make a pretty shallow step. Bend that perpendicular again, so the bend and the top of the coat hanger are pointed in pretty much the same direction. These 2 wires will be eventually joined by a small piece of wire from another hanger. So let's see here. I'm going to generally, twisting doesn't work very well, but you can make a small adjustment. It worked better than I thought. Okay, now for the back of the step, turn this wire straight down. We want it to align with the front as much as possible. this is a decision on how much slant the step actually has. Okay, I think that's good. So you want to cut the paper that covers the width of the slant step a little bit wider so that you have tabs to bend over. So I'll make it 14 inches. Okay. I'll use two kinds of glue for this. For the wire, we use the gel epoxy. I have some tongue depressors here for stirring sticks. I've opened my epoxy. If you haven't used this, it's easy to use. It's good to work in a large room so you don't get a concentration of the fumes. So clip this together on the ends with two clips. We'll hold hold the wire together side by side. Don't have a lot of time left on the glue. As I said, it's better to clip the wire together. This is formulated not to be very drippy, but it will. It's good to have something to protect your work surface so it doesn't get too messy. I'll get my wire out of a third hanger. If you're a purist, you're not actually making this slant step out of two coat hangers, but rather 2 point something. I need one last piece of wire while those two are setting up. That line that's just a little bit better, a little bit more. It's pretty good. Okay. Okay, first I'm cutting two corners. And then we want to cut a couple cuts in, so these will fold over without wrinkling the paper. So I think I'll do the front first. I have this craft glue that is very good. It's tacky glue. It tends to hold right away, so you don't have to worry about keeping the pressure on. Not bad. Okay. so let's do the sloping face first, which I had always referred to as the front. Not that I have any reason to think it's the front, but it does seem like the front. And you run a line of glue, easy applicator here. And just fold that over. Have a bit of even on the sides and straight across the top. So see, you can press this glue down, it begins to hold right away. So you want to check, make sure you've got it straight enough so you have a overlap on the edges. That's working fine. Okay. It'll begin to raise up a little bit, but then you can just press it back down, and after a couple times it will hold really well. So as you can probably see, I'm following the contour. I can feel it through the paper, so I know where to put the cuts. Okay. Just going to double check the width. It's a little wide. So I'm going to pull that in a little bit. You can exert some pressure with the newspaper, even though it seems it would be pretty weak. So this may be a little unclear, but I'm going to run a line of glue right down. Too bad this is facing away from the camera, because I can use the wire as a guide and get a pretty nice straight line. Nice to have all these margins to follow. Okay, I'll do this side first. Make a cut in the bottom. So that paper will rotate without pulling. If there are any puckers in the paper, sorry about that. Oh dear, puckers in the paper. Okay, trying to be serious about this. Okay. We're going to fold this over the bottom wire here. Now it has some rigidity, so you can turn it upside down if you need to. This will be a little clearer on the video. Okay. The paper really makes it more rigid. It's amazing how much more, considering that it's just thin newspaper, but it does. Apply some glue to each of the tabs, and it's across where I'm going to fold it over the other tabs. can slide it for a minute or so, and then it's too late. Make the final cuts in the paper to accommodate the corners. Put the glue on here where you can see it. Trim off the excess, just leave enough for the paper to fold over the wire. Well, let's clear off a bit here and see what we have. Pretty nice, I think. I like some of the color that happens to be on the outside as a TV guide in the front. Now, some people, this is a open side version of the Slant Step, and some people like them closed in here. You can even put a different piece of wire across with a little curve in it if you want to. I kind of like sculpturally, I think it's interesting to have it open like this, but your version, of course, can be follow your design and your aesthetic. Okay, it's finished.